right, good morning guys. My name is Justin Brown with Alliance Escrow. I'm one of your business development reps here for an escrow company. Welcome to the team. We're pretty excited to be working with you. Today I want to talk to you about and go over what is escrow and also life of an escrow. Many people in the industry don't know what escrow is and can't articulate what escrow is. So I want to make sure I spend a couple minutes and go over that so you know exactly what it is, and then you can explain it to your clients. So first, what is escrow? Escrow is a neutral third party governed by the Department of Business Oversight, or DBO. There's also title escrow companies, which is governed by the Department of Insurance, or BRE escrows, which is DRE now. Escrow's job is to be the facilitator of the entire transaction. So as soon as a listing agent, you, gets an offer and you're seller and you accept an offer, once you get that offer and get it accepted, you guys will bring it over to escrow. Escrow's job and the key players of escrow is to take the information off the real estate purchase contract and put that into what's called escrow instructions. Your clients, buyers and sellers, will get escrow instructions, and it's going to be preliminary. Basically what escrow does is take all the information, all the important details of that goes into the real estate purchase contract and puts it into escrow instructions. Escrow instructions are a legal document as well with the real estate purchase contract. So who are the key players in escrow? A key player would be the escrow officer, the escrow junior escrow officer, escrow assistants, and business development. Our job is to make sure that we are neutral to all parties, buyers and sellers. We work on behalf of the real estate agent, listing agent, and the buyer's agent as well. Once we have all the liens and loans and all that information, we'll order the payoff. We make sure that we're paying all the appropriate parties off, and then that way the new buyer's loans and lender, we can actually attach that to the property as well within title. The escrow officer's job is to basically adhere to whatever happens in the real estate purchase contract. So we take instruction from the seller, the buyer, and their agents and the representatives. We have a fiduciary duty to both parties, equally the same. So we must remain neutral. Once we have kind of processed through escrow, our job is to make sure that our file is complete. And within our file, we make sure that your file is complete as well. We want to make sure that all the escrow instructions are signed, all the addendums and amendments are taken care of, and you'll learn through that. You'll learn about that through escrow. We won't close our file until we have a complete file, and vice versa, you as well. Once we have the process of the new loan, buyer's loan coming in, we'll set up the loan signing. We organize the loan documents. We set up the signing with the buyers. We set up the buyer signing with a notary to sign their loan documents. Once the loan documents are signed, then we will take that and we will disperse the signed executed documents to all the appropriate parties. From there, usually within 24 hours, all the documents are back to the lender, title, everybody has what they need. We're kind of at the home stretch. From there, we will get confirmation of funding from the lender. The lender funds their loan for the buyer. We notify title. Title will release for recording and record the property in the new buyer's name. At that point, we've kind of completed and satisfied all requirements, and it's pretty exciting because the buyers get their new keys to their new house, and agents get to let their clients know that they have successfully sold and purchased their real property. Common documents that escrow sends out for the buyer side of the transaction. So one would be escrow instructions. Escrow instructions are going to be taken from the real estate purchase contract specific to the buyer. Next one, a confidential statement of information. We're going to send that out specific to the buyer. Insurance information. We're going to request from your buyer who their insurance company and insurance provider is, because we want to make sure that they have a hazard insurance and we can identify the appropriate policy for them. The last one, preliminary change of ownership. This is important because this is what ties your buyer to the new property. So from the seller to the buyer, and how do we get that transfer going? And then finally, the vesting worksheet, which also kind of encompasses with the preliminary change of ownership. Vesting worksheet is going to be how they're going to take title. Next, common documents that escrow sends out for the seller. Escrow instructions, and it's going to be specific to the escrow. It's going to be specific to the sellers of the transaction. It's going to be everything from the real estate purchase contract that's agreed upon for the sellers. Confidential statement of information. So we're going to take that sensitive information from the sellers to make sure that we don't have any skeletons in the closet or liens, judgments, IRS, child support, alimony, or anything like that. We want to make sure that we're conveying the property free and clear of any cloud on it. 1099-S, which is a tax form. So we want to make sure if they've purchased the property within a specific period of time, that are they required to pay taxes on their equity gain? Or they might not be required, but that's going to be one of the forms that we're going to send out to them. The California Real Estate Withholding Certificate form. So this is also part of that 1099-S. Is there any withholdings that we, escrow, is going to be required on their behalf? The grant deed. This is one of the most important ones for the entire transaction. The grant deed is going to be the document, the legal document that goes from the seller to the buyer. The seller needs to sign it in front of a notary. It needs to be notarized. That's the document that gets recorded to transfer legal ownership. That's about it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.